Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my sketchbook. I'm a little late starting this morning, but there was something I wanted to sort of revisit for a moment, and that is these things from McDonald's, the Happy Meal. Now, I think a lot of you know about the Ronald McDonald House charities and the value that they bring to families at no cost to those families. Um, when they have like a very sick child, and it allows families to stay close to those children during those difficult times. I do enjoy a lot of the fun things that you can get from the Happy Meals, and now I like buying these for people. Some of these I hold on to myself. Can you imagine? This is like one of the toys that you could get. This is the ordering, or well, the cash register or point of sale machine at McDonald's, which I think is kind of funny. Now, more recently, of course, these things exist. These are Squishmallows for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which began yesterday. And personally, I think, I mean, other than the host country and, whatever your favorite mascot, I think secretly little Benny here, that's probably going to be the go-to most sought after one, I think. Um, so those are kind of neat. This is also sitting around. I think this is hilarious that this stuff exists. This is part of that little McDonald's line of Happy Meal toys, which is funny. I mean, if you're a kid going, oh, what toy am I going to get? And you end up with one of these things, to me, this is hilarious, honestly. I mean, yeah, the cool McDonald's truck or get the restaurant. So they cater to people in different ways. And not every toy is meant for me, that's for sure, but I get a kick out of this. So this is the McDonald's bag. So, I mean, if you, even as an adult, but when you were a kid and, a parent or a grandparent or whoever came along and they were carrying one of these things, oh, well, you knew it was a special treat. And of course, look at this. You got this neato stuff going on in here. It's like a bunch of stickers and stuff, which is pretty cool. Look at that gift card. What must be a McNugget box or something like that. Anyway, I get a kick out of some of the stuff that these folks do at McDonald's. There was a special McNugget buddies meal that you could get at one time. They do all kinds of like special collaborations. They did one with Drake recently, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, Grimace even made a little comeback for a while with a Grimace milkshake, but I'm going to do a doodle, and we'll see how this goes. And this is just fun stuff. Okay, now let's get something to fall out of my brain. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably good there. Hopefully that doesn't look too blurry. I'm starting with the mouth. Just like that, some eyes. Now these eyes are closed. I have such funny memories of McDonald's, honestly enough. So where I grew up, and maybe this was the same for some of you as well, there was a McDonald's Playland that had like a tree that looked like, I don't know if it was the sheriff or the mayor. I'm going to say it was like the mayor. Not the tree, it was a tree house that you could climb into. And then there was a tree there with apple pies and apples growing on it. I can remember some of this stuff pretty vividly. but I have to fight with some of those memories because I blur out some of that stuff sometimes just because, I'm a lot taller now, so that stuff hasn't been around in quite some time. There was a bench that had Ronald McDonald sitting on it, and his arm is up over the back of it. So you could kind of, not really, but kind of get kind of a hug from your buddy Ron. And anyway, I have funny memories of this kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, just being a little kid. You know, they used to host birthday parties at this particular McDonald's as well. And what made that a special thing was that they had a caboose. And now, trains at one point in time were a pretty fun means of transportation. People still use them every day all over the world. Uh, but the caboose at McDonald's was a pretty special place. They would have a cake for you, they would have uh, that orange drink in a great big sort of dispensing thing. You'd get cheeseburgers and French fries, and I don't know of many McDonald's that still do that kind of stuff. Maybe they do. Not around here, anyway. The Playlands, not all the McDonald's have a Playland in them anymore. Uh, but it's very much a place that kind of caters to kids. And that's pretty interesting that they do that kind of stuff. Now, that's one of the reasons why I kind of like the Happy Meal and its support that goes towards the Ronald McDonald House. Uh, that I think is pretty cool that a corporation does that. So now this doodle isn't me or anything like that, but it's just an interpretation of a kid and that joy of eating something. Let's see here. Oh, and because it's me, we got to have this pinky out. Because we are refined people. We are refined. You know, something that I kind of wish I had or kept, and for whatever reason, I kind of take it for granted now just thinking about it. How many of you remember the little coffee sticks? Now, I don't drink coffee, but they used to have coffee stirrers that looked like little white spoons. They said McDonald's on the side. And I think the end of the handle here had kind of like the golden arches in its shape, but it was a spoon for stirring your coffee. I wish I had a couple of those for some reason. Like I would get a little tiny picture frame and I would put one in there, and I don't know. Just the thought of that just kind of makes me happy that they had that thing branded for them specifically. I'm drawing a fork here. Hey, here's something that kind of bugs me, but I'm kind of glad that they do. And I'm not sponsored by McDonald's for doing this, but wooden utensils. I kind of hate wooden wooden utensils. So even though I'm drawing something here, I've developed a technique for eating hotcakes. I actually, well, like I'll use the wooden knife to put butter on them, but I roll them up and I dip them in the syrup because I despise using wooden forks. Isn't that funny? Maybe not funny. Maybe it's only funny to me. But like, yeah, I'm not a fan of wooden forks. So there you go, McDonald's. I know you can't really fix that or whatever's going on. That's the social sort of change that we've had to endure. I mean, listen, more rambling on for you. Uh, I don't like paper straws either. And man, I don't like paper straws. So I will just take the cap off the cup when I'm drinking something from the restaurant. There you go. There's more stuff that I'm rambling on about that probably doesn't make a difference. But just so you know, McDonald's, I don't really love wooden utensils and paper straws. Now, we're supposed to be saving um, not just the environment, but, you know, precious resources. And plastic, well, I don't know if we need more plastic, I suppose. Uh, but I'll tell you, when that paper straw gets kind of stuck to your lip for a moment, you can't help but just make a face about that. Uh-huh. So, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Oh, you know what? This is an iconic thing. So, I actually buy a lot of the McDonald's toys as gifts for people. No joke. So, when the Grinch comes out around Christmas time, I actually will buy the socks and give them away to people. I like giving out socks. I mean, it's one of the few sort of items, I guess, you could get from, uh, or item of clothing, I should say, that you get, where you're probably not really going to mess up the size of them too much. And so, yeah, there's usually a nice range of fitment with socks. So there you go. There's a secret tip from your old internet buddy here. Uh, if you're going to buy something for somebody, socks are great. Now, not a lot of room there that I just put that in, but that is RMHC. Now, let's see. As I said, I've developed a technique for eating hotcakes. And again, that is to roll up the hotcake and dip it in the syrup, which I think is the most premium way of doing that. And it saves you so much, um, well, usage on cutlery and all that kind of stuff too. Now, I didn't really perfectly plan this out. Hotcakes, generally, you get them in a stack of 3. The butter doesn't usually get to sit on top of it like that unless you put it on yourself. It gets this little tray. As part of your Happy Meal hotcakes, you would get a choice of a toy or book. You would get like a choice of a small drink. You would get apple slices or a yogurt tool or yogurt tube. Anyway, and depending on the time of the day, you get a hash brown or small French fries. So that is pretty cool. I think this is going to be basically it. And here, jot this in. So there are certain charities that I'm happy to support, and you know, the IWK, they're awesome. Ronald McDonald House, I'm also a big fan of. So, like most children's charities, don't have like a real sinister thing involved with them. Uh, Doctors, nurses, they see a lot of tough situations, and especially when it involves kids. So, yeah, no, they even need your support. I think that's it for the doodle for the day. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, you know what? Just because I think this will be fun, let's bring out the bunny pen and we'll do like a minute of just a little bit of color. So I have the bunny pen here, which is amongst my favorite quick color adding things. I selected yellow. I'm going to do the golden arches here on this box. That's easy enough. See that I already started my little sign out whatever thing. Although it's going to be a little smudgy looking, it should be a lot more golden, but too bad. That's what's happening. And now let's select red, and we're just going to drift in a little bit of red. Kind of surround that smile a little bit. So yeah, go get yourself a Happy Meal. And maybe you'll get little Benny of the Squishmallows. How cool would that be? Or Maple the Moose. How cool would that be? So if you're watching the FIFA World Cup, do all the fun things. I'm such a fan of this bunny pen. It's one of my favorite things. And I've bought a bunch of these too, and I like to give those away. So pens and socks, those are awesome things to give away. Let's just take a little bit longer and darken that in just a little bit more. Huh. I think that does what I need it to do. Okay. For fun though, just a little bit on the pancakes here. Well, this is officially it, I think. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you again. Ciao for now.